Right guys, so the MK8 ST, I have had this since September. You can quickly do the maths, it has not been 6 months at all, but this car may not make it to 6 months. Video coming out on that soon. Anyway, 6 month review of my MK8 ST. I do these on all my cars. I did it on my ST line and it seemed to do really well. So I figured, why not do it on the ST? It's the step up from the ST line, or is it? Let's talk about it in this video. We're going to be talking about comfort, performance, if I've had any issues with the car, and let's throw in fuel economy as well, because I love to throw that in on all the videos. Hopefully you enjoy. If you do, leave a like and subscribe, comment your thoughts, any suggestions, any improvements, and let's crack on with the comfort of this car. Now obviously this car has got the ST3 Recaro seats, which look absolutely stunning, and they hug you really well. They do pinch you a bit here, which I said when I first bought the car, if you're a bit of a bigger bloke, you might struggle, but the seating position is immaculate. I think obviously you can adjust this to the steering wheel, but it just works, you know, like all the pedals are in the right place. I know that sounds daft, but when you're in and out of cars, as much as I've been, you learn some cars, they just don't make sense. This car does. Comfort wise, 10 out of 10. That being said, if you have rear passengers, you don't have a chance. If you're over like 5'11", you don't have a chance. Like, it is tight, but it's not a family car, is it? It's a like small, fun hatchback, essentially like a first car shape. So rear passengers, they just have to chop off their legs. Performance, now obviously this car, as we've covered, is stage 1. I did buy it stage 1, so I don't know what they're like standard. That being said, I have had a couple cruises with standard STs, and this car does walk them, like seriously. The TRS stage 1 is incredible. This car does shock a lot of people. Golf R's, S3s, obviously they've got the same engine. Mark 7 STs stage 2. Believe it or not, this car just got so much torque. It's got just shy of 400 torque and like 230, 250 horsepower. So they're on par with the stage 2 Mark 7s. Obviously being the 3-cylinder, people say, oh, they blow up, they blow up. They don't blow up. You just have to keep on top of the services and stuff, because you think it's a smaller engine that's having to work just as hard as the bigger engine, so it's using more, so you've got to keep up with it. Simple as that. People just don't understand how these cars work. So performance, I'd say this is probably one of the faster cars I've had. It feels quicker than the K1. I don't know if it is, because it's obviously a smaller car, but it definitely feels quicker, and the way it puts on the power is just amazing. I do love this car. What were the other things? Fuel economy, let's talk about that. Obviously I do short journeys, I've said that on the channel before. Fuel economy is laughable. I get like 25 on average to the gallon, 200 to a tank. These cars, people do say they are fuel efficient, so I'm not going to start saying it's not fuel efficient. I know my lifestyle isn't very fuel efficient. I've driven like a couple of hours in one go and stuff, and it does do well. It gets like 50, 60, like around that mark. So I know these cars are fuel efficient, but for me personally it hasn't been, but that is my own fault. And oh yeah, any issues I've had with the car, I had an airbag light come on, which turned itself off, and everything's fine. Like, I haven't touched anything on the interior, so there was no need for the airbag light to come on. No knocking, no clicking. There's a slight clicking from the steering rack, but that's a common thing with these. It's just the way they are. Touch wood, I haven't had any problems at all. I know I haven't had it for a ton of time, but if it was going to show its colours, it's going to show its colours. It's on 52,000 miles, so I'd say it's a good car. I would get another one if it wasn't so good at what it does, and I know that doesn't make sense, but there's like no drama, no fun. Obviously the interior is what sells me these cars. That's why I've had 3 of them, but overall driving wise it's just not comparable to the Mark 7s. Yeah, as much as I'd love another one, it doesn't make sense. So with that being said, we will be covering in a couple of videos time the fate of both of my cars. Are they staying, are they going? I have a track record to sell, but are these going to be sold? Hopefully you enjoy what's to come. Hopefully you have enjoyed what's been. Like and subscribe, comment your thoughts, any suggestions, any improvements, and hopefully I'll see you again. Cheers.